Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Christian Faith and Fiction. My name's Lou. Today I want to share with you my most anticipated Christian fiction books that are coming out in the next 4 months. So I think I've got about 10 books to share with you. These are not necessarily ones I'm going to read straight away. I'm not promising to do that, but these are books that I've sounded interesting to me and I'm put them on my wish list for the future. As we're going through, let me know in the comments any of the books that you think that you would like to read or that sound interesting to you. In May we've got The Secret of Happiness by Suzanne Woods Fisher. This is the second book in this series, I think, and it's definitely the cover that's drawing me into this one. It looks like such a cute summer romance, contemporary romance, with ice creams on the cover of it. The first one was also like that as well, which I haven't read either. I think I put it on last year's list, but they both sound really interesting. Well, they look interesting to me. The book is about Callie Dickerson. Had the world by its tail until it all slipped away. Fired from her dream job of after making a colossal mistake, she's escaped to her aunt's home in Cape Cod for time to bounce back, except it isn't a home, it's an ice cream shop. Also coming out in May is The Swindler's Daughter by Stephania H. McGee. And this is historical fiction. I think it's the story that really draws me in of this one. It's talking about Lillian Doyle, who's lived her entire high society life with her widowed mother, believing her father died long ago, but when news arrives that her estranged father only recently passed away in jail, Lillian is startled to find that the man has left a business and all his possessions to her. So she's been left a business and a house, but when she gets there, there's already another mother and son who say they've inherited it. And the business actually is not what she seems, and it puts a target on her back. Sounds like that's going to have like a historical romance and also some suspense, a mystery aspects as well to it, which is something that I really enjoy. And then in June we've got Fairest of Hauck by Karen Witemeyer, which is another historical fiction. This one is described as an enchanting Western take on the classic Snow White fairy tale. So it's a retelling of Snow White but in a Western. So that sounds really intriguing to me. I love this cover. It looks just like she's dressed up like the Disney Snow White, but in a sort of, well, on a plane. If you live in America, you're probably more familiar with what that landscape is. But yeah, it sounds really interesting. I love fairy tale retellings, and in a Western setting, that seems quite unusual to me. And then The Best Summer of Our Lives by Rachel Hauck is coming out in June, and this is interesting me because of the author. I have enjoyed several of Rachel Hauck's books, so I quite often will pick her books up. This is following Summer Wilde, a wannabe country music star, but when her latest girl band abandons her in a motel outside Tulsa, she is forced to face the shadows of her past. Quite often Rachel Hauck's books have been like dual time, so I don't know if this one's going to be, but it looks like it's going to be looking at the past as well as the present day story of this kind of country singer. And they're usually like romances as well. In July, Death by Food Truck by Joy Copeland, Cynthia Hickey, Linda Baten Johnson, and Teresa Ives Lilly, hope I'm pronouncing those right, is coming out. I actually have a NetGalley copy of this one, so I definitely will be reading this one probably in June, and I'll put a review up for it. It's not listed yet, so I don't know if it's going to be Christian fiction, but it's published by Barber Fiction, and I think they always publish Christian books, so that's my guess. This is like a cozy mystery set of 4 novellas, I think. 4 cozy mysteries, all centered around like food trucks. So I'm up for some cozy mysteries. I enjoy that. and none of these are authors that I've read before, but if they're Christian as well, that would be really great. As long as they're clean, that would be great. Then also in July, In the Shelter of Hollythorne House by Sarah E. Ladd is releasing, and this looks like a Regency, I think it's a Regency, possibly romantic suspense or romance with some mystery involved in it. I like Regency romance. I like that kind of Jane Austen period. I've never read anything by Sarah E. Ladd before, but this one sounds interesting. It's following a young widow, Charlotte Gray, faces an uncertain future until a chance encounter with her first love gives her heart a second chance in this Regency romance set on the Yorkshire moors. When new threats emerge, danger arises and the past collides with the present. Both must decide what they are willing to risk for the chance to right past wrongs and carve out a new future. So I enjoy historical romantic mysteries and romantic suspense. So that one looks like it might be a good one for me. Then in August I've got 4 books that I've picked out. So that'll be a busy month for books that I like. But we've got Positively Penelope by Pepper Basham. I haven't read the first one that's like this by her, but I have read A Mistletoe Countess and I enjoyed her writing, and this one sounds fun. It's told mostly through letters, texts and emails. Contemporary romance, who is following Penelope, who's rescuing a theatre. So I think it's Christian contemporary romance, something to do with a theatre and obviously romance. And then another contemporary romance is The Love Script by Toni Shiloh. I've enjoyed all the books that I've read so far by Toni Shiloh. She has a very sort of modern, sassy kind of characters, and she has quite a strong amount of faith content in there as well, which I really enjoy. So the cover of this one looks really fun too, and it's following Hollywood hairstylist Neve. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Neve Richards loves making those in the spotlight shine, but prefers the anonymity of staying behind her stylish chair. But when a photo of her and Hollywood heartthrob Lamont goes viral for all the wrong reasons, her quiet life becomes the #1 trending topic. So that sounds like a lot of fun and a really interesting scenario. Cloak of Scarlet by Melanie Dickerson is another book in the latest series that she's got coming out, and I've been reading through some of those, so I definitely want to pick up that one at some point. This is, I'm guessing, a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood, and they're always like medieval romances, young adult romances, and Christian. They have some Christian faith content in them, and yeah, I'm enjoying those. I like sort of the medieval context of that. And finally, we've got Beautiful Disguise by Roseanna M. White. I love this author's works. I've read 4 of her books. They've all been 5-star books for me. And this series is a new series, and it's following Lady Marigold Fairfax and her brother. And after their father's death, they sort of go almost bankrupt, and so they open up a private investigation firm marketed to the elite to spy on the elite, dubbed the Imposters. So basically they're sort of in aristocracy, sort of high society. They go sort of bankrupt, and so they set up this like private spy agency, which sounds really intriguing to me and exciting. Usually her books have romance in them and also sort of mystery and suspense in them as well. So it sounds like something I'm going to love. I'm definitely going to pick it up anyway, whichever, because of her writing. Okay, so those are the books that I've picked out that I'm most interested in. Let me know in the comments if you've got any other ones that you've thought of that you're interested in, and if any of those ones that I've mentioned are ones that you would pick up yourself. I hope you're having a really great reading week this week, and that you're all okay, and I'll see you again soon. God bless. Bye.